Hey, what's up everybody? It's your number one DJ, Rob Devoid. It's been a minute, but I'm still here. And today we're going to do an unboxing and first impression of this right here, the Soundtown Kale 208 WPW. Now, Soundtown is a company that I hadn't heard of before, and chances are you haven't either. So how do I come across this speaker? Well, about 2 years ago, I was in the market for a new speaker, and I drive a Dodge Challenger, small trunk. And so I wanted a column style speaker. And the problem with most column style speakers is that they require you to use a sub with it. And I want something that could be used with or without a sub. And so as I looked around, I kind of settled on the TurboSound IP300. And then COVID hit. The price on that speaker went up just enough to make me reevaluate the market and take another look around. And that's how I came across this speaker. So we're going to unbox it, check it out, and see what it's all about. Now, a few specs on this speaker. It is a dual 8-inch speaker with a 1-inch compression driver. It has a 3-channel mixer on it with Bluetooth, and it pushes an advertised 600 watts. So that's the Kale 208 WPW. Shall we get into it and unbox it? I think we should. All right, got a knife. Gonna cut these open real quick. Try not to cut myself. Maybe I should have cut these straps off first. All right, we got the straps off. Now let's get into this box. Oh boy. All right, one more. There we go. Let me put this away. Don't want any injuries, do we? All right, here we go. Now, this is pretty nice. It comes in with some really nice thick foam padding here. So that is some quality foam. I like that. And here's another thing that I do like is that this is the actual box that the speaker ships in. A lot of companies will have a shipping box and then a product display box, and I always found that to be somewhat wasteful. So I like that it ships in this box. There's no extra packaging for the environment and for extra for cost savings. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and dump this out. I'm going to go ahead and roll it. Be kind of careful here. All right. Oh boy. There we go. Go ahead and pull that off. And for the reveal, ta-da! All right, get that out of the way. All right, some more styrofoam packing, so that's good stuff there. This is styrofoam, not like the foam that came off the top, but it's still very nice. Toss that over to the side. Get this extra packing stuff out of the way. And let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have a discount, and yeah, discounts are always nice. We also have an instruction manual for the entire series. So like I said, this is a dual 8-inch speaker, and it also is available in a 10-inch two-way and a 12-inch two-way. So this is the instruction manual for that. Power cord, so good to be able to power the speaker up, and it's upside down. So let's go ahead and flip it over. It has a nice weight to it. I think the manual says it's about 30 pounds. So actually, before I do that, let me undo the bottom wrapper. Oh my goodness. Okay, I probably shouldn't have got rid of the knife so quickly, but we'll make do. All right, here we go. So there we have it. Now, I got the speaker in white. It is available in black as well, but at the time that I purchased it, black was sold out, shortages and everything. But also the white looks really classy and nice. So got some silica packets here to keep it nice and dry. So immediately, the first thing that I noticed about the speaker is the build quality. This is made out of birch plywood, so the marketing says, and it really feels excellent. It has an excellent finish to it. It's like almost like the textured finish to it, which is really nice. It feels extremely durable. On the back here, it has this handy carrying handle here. It's the only handle here that's on the case, that's on the speaker, but it makes it really manageable. So that's really nice. On the back, we have the amp plate here. It does have a fan, so this is not going to be completely silent because of the fan, but I don't expect that to be any real issue. It has a 3-channel EQ, so you have input number 1, input number 2, and input number 3, which is the 1/8" input, or Bluetooth. So you hit this little button here, and it switches from the 1/8" to a Bluetooth. So you can hook up your Bluetooth if you need to do that. Link out, and then your power in. So each channel also has a 2-band EQ. So you have the low and the mid on low and a high frequency EQ. So on the bottom, nice white speaker pole insert. Now this is a little disappointing. I wish these feet were white as well. So it's like the only thing that kind of sticks out, but I understand why. I mean, white rubber is probably a little bit more difficult to come by. So there we have it. This is the Kale 208, the Kale 208 WPW. Like I said, it's a dual 8-inch speaker arrangement, so 8 and 8. Then it has a 1-inch compression driver at the top. So yeah, take a look at it. Now, this speaker retails for about $250. So I'm going to take it with me to a gig tomorrow, and I'll bring you guys along. We'll listen to it, see how it sounds, see how it does, and then when we get back, I will give you my opinion on it, my first impressions of it, of the sound quality and whatnot, and we'll go from there. Hey everybody, so we're back. I took these speakers out to a wedding. The wedding was about 80 to 100 people. The venue was about 130 feet or so by about 30 or 40 feet wide. So not a huge venue, but a decent sized venue, especially for a speaker like this. Now I did pull a noob mistake and forget to turn my microphone on. So I do have some footage, but unfortunately that footage doesn't have any audio, but I will show you some of that footage. But that being said, what did I think about these speakers? For starters, they look fantastic, as you see in the footage. I have a white facade and the white speakers, along with this white speaker stand from Soundtown that we'll talk about in a second, just looks amazing. It looks phenomenal, very classy, very clean. I really did like that. So aesthetically, these speakers are amazing. They look great. Their build quality is great. Sonically, let's talk about how they sound, because that's what's truly important when it comes to a speaker, right? How does it sound? And these speakers are about $250, and they sound like a $250 speaker. They don't sound bad, but they don't sound great either. They're not some, fine, this amazing fine of value. So they sound about like you would expect a $250 speaker to sound. They are really loud. I mean, they are really loud. Especially that 1-inch compression driver just cranks out a lot. So I paired this speaker with, the pair of speakers with a Behringer B1200D sub. It's a 12-inch powered sub from Behringer, and it makes a good pairing, especially if you had 2 of them. So that would be a good pairing. But in reality, this speaker will outpower any sub that someone buying a speaker in this class would pair with it. So it's a really loud speaker. The highs actually had to crank down a little bit. Here, actually, I'll spin this around for you. This is basically where I had the settings left from the wedding that I was doing. So as you can see here, my master volume is at about 10 o'clock. And the main volume on this channel, this is the channel I was using, the main volume on that channel is at about 9 o'clock. So lots of headroom here. And as you can see, the low I kept at unity, and the high is at about 11 o'clock. So I really had to bring the high frequency down on this. because it was just cranking. So, but that being said, it performed excellently. It looked great. So I really like this speaker for the price. Now, who was this speaker for? This speaker is for the DJ who's doing weddings, like a 4-hour wedding that's charging in that sub $600 market. So if you're a DJ just getting started, or you're working the the lower tier market, that sub $600 market, I think this would be a great value, something that you should look at. Now, if you're a DJ working that higher end levels, the 600 plus, especially if you're $1,000 plus, this may not be the right product for you. Just sonically, it just isn't quite there. However, as a pair of backup speakers, or a speaker for doing like ceremonies or cocktail hours or something like that, it would be a great speaker for that, especially considering how compact they are. So not very difficult to keep around as a backup or a supplemental speaker. So for that type of thing, for that type of use, for the higher end DJs, it would be good for a lower end DJ or a DJ who's just getting started, entry level DJ. I think this might be a good buy for you, especially considering the build quality and the aesthetics of it, how it looks. Because let's face it, presentation, how you present yourself as a DJ is very important there. So that's the Kale 208 WPW in white. Like I said, these are available in black. The other thing I want to talk to you about in this video is the speaker stand. Now, this is a speaker stand from Soundtown as well. It's a white speaker stand that matches really lovely, really nice with this with the white speaker. Now, here. This is it here. It's really nice and compact, as you can see. The only problem with this is that it's not a very tall speaker stand. This is the maximum height, so you can see with this tall speaker, it's just barely above my head height. The horn is right about my head height, and I'm about 5'7", 5'8". So to give you an idea of how tall this is, and the maximum how tall this speaker stand will get. But when paired with this speaker, it makes a really nice combo. The only downside to this is that because the speaker stand is at its limit, whenever you put any speaker stand or any stand at its limit, you tend to get a little bit of wobble there. So, that's something to be keep in mind. But if you wanted to go the all whiteout bill like I did, then this is a great product for that. And they're not terribly expensive either. And then finally, if you do decide to go with this speaker, you're probably going to want something to carry it in, because I'm one of those people, sorry about the mic hit, I'm one of those people that likes to put everything in a case or a bag, and I found these bags for it here. This bag right here is the Newer. It's available on Amazon. It's about 45 bucks for this bag. It fits this speaker perfectly. You have a little accessory pouch here that you can keep cables in, so that works out really well. The only downside to this bag is that the inside of the bag is sort of like this really nice soft felt material, which is not bad. It actually feels really good, but the outside, the texture on the outside of the speaker is kind of like that Duralast finish or whatever. So it almost acts like the male version of the male side of Velcro, and the inside of the bag acts like the female side of Velcro, so they kind of stick a little bit. But other than that, it's a great bag to put these in. They fit perfectly. Here, I'll show you. Here is the other speaker, and as you can see, it fits perfectly in this bag. I'll open it up for you. Let's see if I can do this one-handedly. Hold on. Apparently I cannot. I had the handle zip tied together. Okay. So, as you can see, it fits in this bag perfectly. So, one hand, it fits in the bag, and that bag is great for transporting it. It works out great. So once again, this is the Kale 208 WPW in white. Once again, it is available in black as well. So if you're interested in it, hit me up. If you have any questions, hit me up. We can talk about it in the comments. So once again, I'm your number one DJ, Rob DeVoit. Thank you for checking out the Kale 208 WPW with me, and I'll see you on the next time.